Konnichiwa. Um, Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I am Dulce. I am the chairperson of the Youth Committee of the Asia Pacific, and I am also the executive director of Union of Labor Service Cooperatives in the Philippines. And of course, I represent here the Youth Committee of the ICAP. Before I start my presentation, I would like to tell everyone that together with me now are the office bearers of the ICAP Youth Committee, together with my vice chairperson, Ms. J. Elizabeth Kabuhat from the Philippines, and our secretary, Mr. Shri Padmadabhan from India. So my presentation is all about youth in Asia Pacific. Okay. So the ICAP Committee on Youth Cooperation, we are the sectoral committee under the ICAP, and the sectoral committee is composed of only two who are representatives also in the board. So first, of course, we have Miss Chitasay Aray from the Women's Committee, and I am the one representing the Youth Committee in the board. So the ICAP Youth Committee, or the ICYC, we were founded between the years 2000 and 2004. And during those years, only 5 founders were there to establish the network of the youth in Asia Pacific. And actually, one of those founding cooperators is sitting here right now, Ms. Norazlin from Malaysia. Hello, from Angkasa. And with the efforts of the 5 people who established the Youth Committee, as of 2025, we are now 37 members from 13 different countries in the Asia Pacific. So what is the role of youth in cooperatives? So this is a topic or a subject that is really very general or generic, but it is really very hard for us to really elaborate. But of course, when you talk about youth in general, youth brings us inclusivity, youth brings us harmony, sustainability, and of course, energy. We are very energetic individuals, so that we should always utilize this kind of energy and passion that we have being a young person, and then we should also put this kind of passion into our cooperatives. The role of youth in cooperatives also pertains to sustainability and succession, because we all know that we are now part of the aging population. So we have to also think about the future, not only of our cooperatives, but also of our country and society. If we do not train the young people or the young leaders of today, who will continue the legacy that we are doing now in our cooperatives? So that is the main role of youth in cooperatives. Of course, I would like to greet everyone. Happy International Year of Cooperatives this year, 2025. We are really celebrating a milestone in the cooperative sector. So as we want to fully utilize this kind of celebration that was given to us by the United Nations, I just want to reiterate the 4 objectives of the IYC. First is to raise public awareness. Second is to promote growth and development. Third is to advocate for supportive frameworks or policies. And of course, the very important one for the young people is to inspire leadership. I also want to discuss some of the youth-led cooperatives in Asia Pacific, and this might also give us some inspiration to continue with what we are doing right now. And youth-led cooperatives are one of the factors in the driving of social and economic development in our society. Because as what I have mentioned, we are promoting inclusivity. We are not choosing people based on age or gender or race, but we are choosing young leaders based on their capability to lead in our cooperatives. community-driven solutions by including youth in our management decisions or in our participatory talks. We are promoting a community that is a better world for everyone because we are including the thoughts, the opinions, and all the thinking of the young people into our cooperatives. Of course, there are some of the youth-led cooperatives in the Asia Pacific. And of course, the first one is in Japan. We want to highlight the high participation of the young people, especially in the university cooperatives. So when I started being in the youth committee, I also had the opportunity to visit Tokyo University and Haneda University and see the very great work and opportunities given by the NFUCA and the university to the young people. This is what we want to replicate not only in the Philippines but also in all of the countries in Asia Pacific, because it is not common for the university students to be that aware in the aspect or in the field of cooperatives. That is what we want, and that is what we envision as a better world for the young people in cooperatives. Also in Malaysia, they also have school cooperatives. In Malaysia, what we are proud of is that it is included in the school curriculum. It is being taught to the students at a very young age. They are being educated about the concept of cooperative even at a young age. So they know what is a cooperative and what is the importance of joining a cooperative. And in the Philippines, we also promote digital technology among the youth. We have cooperatives such as Youth Connect Cooperative and Young Entrepreneurs Services Cooperative, which leads the community by providing digital technology. They also provide multimedia assistance to the primary cooperatives in the Philippines. And Youth Connect Cooperative is the winner of the Co-op Pitch, which was being sponsored by the ICA in the previous years. Of course, I want to talk about the activities of the ICA-AP Youth Committee. If you are youth or you have a member in your cooperative or in your university cooperative, which is youth, we are really welcoming everyone to join our youth committee, and let's give our energy to the Asia Pacific. So the ICYC activities, these are the annual activities that we always have, the regular activities. First, we have the Co-op Pitch. I have mentioned the Co-op Pitch. So during the Co-op Pitch, we are selecting different applicants who are either already a youth cooperative or wants to establish a youth cooperative and they have a cooperative business idea or a cooperative model. So we also have a set of trainers who will train them during the presentation part or the defense part, and then there is a group of judges who will decide on what cooperative business model will win the Co-op Pitch. So this happens, I think, every 2 years. And we have the Youth Summit also happening every 2 years. And this year will be the Cooperative Youth Summit again. We will announce the details of it very soon. And it is targeted to happen this August 12, 2025, because we are also celebrating the International Youth Day on that day. Of course, we are doing regular capacity building programs, not only for our members, but also for everyone in the Asia Pacific. And we also have the Go Green campaign. The Go Green campaign is our initiative also to help, accelerate the SDGs. We want to have an environment sustainable world, and we also want to promote a society wherein we are cooperating to achieve or accelerate the SDG for our environment. We also have our Youth Chronicles. We also have our Youth Chronicles. This Youth Chronicle is being composed, written, and designed by the members of the Youth Committee. So this is the annual newsletter that we are having, showcasing all of the programs that the Youth Committee has done for the past year. We also have the e-co-op series. So of course, after the pandemic, we have launched different different online platforms internationally. So one of our move is to also launch an online program through our YouTube channel, which is entitled e-co-op. And then we're going to provide different series of lectures, and we have started with cooperative laws across Asia Pacific, and we have been our next topic is all about case studies on different cooperatives in Asia Pacific. So to celebrate the International Year of Cooperatives, here are some of the activities that are being lined up to be done by the committee. Apart from those that I have mentioned, we also have a youth trade fair or exhibit wherein we want it to be a side event on a ICAP program, wherein there will be an opportunity for the youth cooperatives to showcase their products and to market it with other Asia Pacific members. And one more thing is the summer course on cooperative management. So we want to promote succession and sustainability among cooperatives. One of the long-term solutions that we're planning to do is to collaborate with the Cooperative Institute of Malaysia for a training program or certification program, a month-long activity, wherein they will provide the certification on cooperative management to your young leaders or to your members in the cooperative who are youth, so that they will be trained to be the future leaders in your cooperative. Also, after this one, special gratitude to JCCU and NFUCA, because tomorrow we will be visiting university cooperatives and we'll be having a dialogue with the student representatives in Japan. We also have Co-op Pitch again, and the storytelling or Cooperative Film Fest. And of course, the annual meeting of the committee and elections, which will happen in November. A better world together. This is what we are envisioning for the International Year of Cooperatives. As what I have been saying, investment in youth is an investment in your cooperative. If you invest in the youth, if you put in your trust to the youth, we will deliver double. We will give you that energy and passion that we need to sustain the cooperative. What we need as a youth is the complete trust of our leaders in the society, so that we can continue this kind of heated passion that you have for cooperativism, so that we can look at a future wherein some of the young people are standing in front of everyone celebrating again the International Year of Cooperatives. We need that one from the cooperative movement, from the education movement, from the government, and from everyone. So again, let us use this 2025 International Year of Cooperatives to collaborate and unite as one for the better future of cooperatives. Thank you very much.